UTR match of the day. If you're not up to speed on the UTR, it's kind of a new algorithm that the tennis industry is using to rate players and compare them. It emphasizes strength of competition, margin of victory, and your last 30 matches. And so we want to take a look at one of today's matches using the UTR. We're going to use Coco Vandeweghe against Kaia Kanepi. Coco's ranked 16, Kanepi is ranked 64. The UTR is within 5/100ths, but the 3-month UTR tells us a different story.
Data point, data point, data point. So Coco, a little momentum was derailed earlier this year, but again, I mean, you tell me what's more accurate predictor, a 52-week rolling ranking where one player is, four times higher than the next, or the small margins we have there. But yeah, Kanepi, if you use that 3-month UTR, actually has the higher ranking.
Go to myutr.com if you want to find out what your UTR is based on your club results. We've got 10 Americans on court today in singles. We want to take a look at some of the matches involving those players. And we'll start with Tennis Sandgren. And to use your new landscape theme and how you're adjusting, obviously, very new landscape for tennis after that Australian Open quarterfinal. How's he adjusting?
Yeah, well, big splash down under in Australia with tremendous results, and then decided to go to South America and play on clay, which was interesting. So to go from South America on clay and get back up here on the hard courts, I think it's going to be a nice change for him. But I got to say, as a fellow Tennessee volunteer, I'm assuming he's going to do real well on the hard courts, get comfortable real quick. But that new landscape, everyone has to manage it.
Yeah, I think also, if we're being candid, the new landscape partially is about the tennis, coming off a second week showing in Australia. Partially, the new landscape is about some of the image issues he faced in Australia. This is really his first tournament back in North America since that eventful Australian Open, and both in terms of tennis and off-court. This is a new frontier for him. We'll see how he negotiates.
Now, he's played Basilashvili twice at the challenger level, and tennis has won both of those matches. We also have a Canadian special today for all the snowbirds that come here to the desert to hang out during the winter. We've got Vasek Pospisil and Felix Auger-Aliassime. How nice is it to have a really great Canadian tennis story that, no offense intended, has nothing to do with Milos Raonic?
Yeah, that's right. And, I mean, Auger-Aliassime had to qualify. This is a real talent. I mean, just 17 years old. And, I mean, you look at what Canada's also brought us with Denis Shapovalov. This is suddenly a tennis hotbed.
Yeah, and let's not forget about Vasek Pospisil, though. He's been playing great challenger
Murray last
tennis,
year,
right? And he beat Murray here last year. So he has got a resurgent career going right now, plays well in this condition. So I think older Canadian versus younger Canadians, a different kind of stress, too.
Explain to me how, so Vasek Pospisil was hanging out outside the top 100 for the better part of a year and a half. He got up to 25 in the world a couple years ago. He's won a couple challengers this year. He seems too talented to not get back up sort of towards where he was before. No?
I think he is, and I think that's why he's playing great tennis, using that athleticism, big, strong serve, getting to the net. So he just has to stay on that simple track.
Notice, too, that with Tsonga out, Pospisil is into Miami. I wonder if it doesn't help his mentality here to know he's not going to have to qualify at the next stop.
All right, we look forward to that match, all-Canadian showdown here in the desert. Lots more to come on the show as we work our way towards live tennis top of the hour with Monfils and Ebden, and a tribute to Bud Collins on the way.